Hello everyone, welcome back to the Resinator. My name is Jules. Today I'm going to be doing something I've never done before. You can see that my workbench is quite busy, there's lots of things on here. I'm going to be trying a beach waves pour on canvas. Anything could happen because, like I say, I've never tried this before. I'm going for a fantasy kind of vibe really. I don't want to use the usual blues and greens. I'm going for pinks. Like I said, fantasy, artistic license and all that. So let's mix some resin. So I've mixed my resin. I've mixed about 5 ounces because I wasn't sure how much I'm going to need. Probably not that much because this is quite a small canvas. It's not even A4. And I've split it out into separate cups for my colours. I'm going to put a little bit of clear in with my sand, and I've kept a little pot for some white. So before I start, I just want to show you what I've done to prep this canvas. This is just a cheap canvas that I bought from our pound shop in the UK, and I prepped it on the back by just doing a thin coat of resin just to strengthen this canvas a bit. And then I've gone round with tape. I did this yesterday to make sure this is nice and cured, and then I've got it standing on 4 little cups so that it can run off. So first thing I'm going to do is start mixing my colours. I might actually have a little bit too much in that one, so let's take a bit out. I'm going to get in such a mess, I know it. So the first colour that I'm going to go in with is rose red, and this is going to be my darker pink. Oh, I should mention as well that I've also just put a coat of acrylic paint on this, and I've gone with a natural sandy colour because it's obviously, this is going to be laying, this resin's going over what would be an ocean floor. I'm just looking at this purplish red now. Is it purplish red? Yeah, reddish purple. I was nearly there. And this actually looks darker than the other colour. So I might use this as my first colour. It's got a nice little purple. It's more pink but with a purple sheen to it. So I might use that as my darker colour. The first one that I use. But now I need them to start getting lighter. So we've got pink, but I don't think this is going to be light enough, but I'm not sure, so let's see. I think that's probably okay for the next layer, but I might use the same one again. Let's try this one. This says it's fluorescent red, but it looks very pink to me. I guess we'll see when I add it to some resin. Might be all right, it might be horrific. Worth a try. Yeah, that's not too bad, but I think I might like a little bit of white in that. Just put a little drop in. That's better. Okay, so we'll let them sit just for a little while and see if any powder comes up. Let's get some lids on. Okay, this one is just going to be white. I want it a nice opaque white. We don't want it the consistency that, you know, sort of like when we're doing blooms we say skimmed milk, but this needs to be nice and solid, and that's good. Yeah, that's good. And then this one, I'm just going to add some clear to this sand and just keep adding clear until I've got the consistency that I want. I don't want it too runny, but it can't be too dry either. Oh, that might be a bit too much. If you add too much resin in, you just add some more sand. Equally, if it's too dry, you just add more resin. This sand that I'm using came from Hobbycraft, and it's a nice, it's a paler sand than the last sand I bought from there, which was what made me think that I might like to do like a fantasy colour scheme on this. Okay, we're nearly there with this. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a deep breath, and here goes. This is actually quite thick, but I do want to spread it out a bit. It might be a little bit too thick actually. Tad more resin in there. What I also want to do, and I'm probably going to do it with my finger, is just make the edge of that a little bit thinner. Just thin it out a little bit along the shoreline. Also at this point, while everything is wet, I'm going to add in some shells. I don't want to go too mad. It's not a very, like I said, it's not a very big canvas. So less will definitely be more. I've also got some tumbled glass chips, so I'm going to drop the odd one of those in. This is just to give it a bit of texture. This is the bit that I'm scared about. And I am actually standing up because it's better to get a view at the top, like a bit more of a view. So let's go with our dark. And at this point, I'm literally just going to throw it on. And I want it to blend, so I'm just drizzling a little bit up into the next colour as well. And now I'm going to get my fingers in there. So I'm going to start from the top, just swipe it over. There's something quite satisfying about this actually. Just going to swipe it over, encourage it right to the edge. It doesn't matter if it flows over. I'm going to go as close up to the sand as I can, because in a second I'm going to lift the board a little bit and just let it flow back towards the beach line. So I'm just going to lift and let it run forward just over the beach a little bit. And then just blend a little bit more. I'm just dabbing a bit of the overflow onto the edge of this, just to try and keep the edges in with the colour scheme. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to have a little clean up, change my gloves, and then I will be back for the next stage. So as you can see, I've got my heat gun out, but the next thing I want to do is just pop the tiniest amount of silicone oil in there. There you go, one drop, that's all it needs. And give that a really, really good mix. Now this is only going to be the second or third time that I try that. Oh, look at the cells. Okay, let's just go for it, quick as we can, because I've that up now. So a layer of clear, just a line of it going along, and then I want a line of white going all the way along my beach line. That's all I'm going to do for now. Look at the cells already. I should be able to do something with that, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to give that a bit of a tilt so that some of it can run back, and then we'll lose some of that white from the top, less to sort out later. So not ideal. Nothing I can do about it now, unfortunately. Let's just make sure that area is covered there. So I'm just going to have to let it cure and then have a look at what it's like tomorrow and see what we can do with it. So this is cured now, and I'm not going to lie, I'm not entirely happy with it. So I thought what I might do is try and accentuate the waves a little bit. So I've made up some more resin, I've got some white, got my clear. I haven't put any silicone oil in it this time because the cells just went mental within seconds when I did the first bit. So let's do a line of clear. I might be about to really ruin this, but we'll see. And a line of white. Going to stand up so I can sort of see what's going on from above, and now I'm going to try blowing it. So it is starting to sell up, but I am just going to put another line of white just along there, and then I'm not going to touch it, and let's see what that does. I'm going to do another one, the same thing here. Bit there that I've just put clear on, I could see a fish eye, which basically means I've held the heat in that bit for too long. Right, I'm going to stop messing with it now. I'm not sure whether I like it more or not, but it is what it is. It's too late now. So let's just watch and wait and see what happens. So here's the finished picture. I'm not going to lie, I'm not 100% happy with it. A couple of little bits I found a bit disappointing. I don't know, it's one of those pieces that sometimes I look at it, I think, oh yeah, that's cool, and then other times I think, meh. But I think we're all quite critical of our own work, aren't we? I'll bring it up a little bit. I think I need to really practice doing waves on a canvas. I'm okay if they're in a coaster, but it's a whole different animal doing them on a canvas. I do love the colours though. I do love the colours. I think I went a bit overboard with the white. I shouldn't have put the last lines of white on there, but it's done. I don't hate it. It was an interesting project to practice on, and I'll definitely do it again. I've got a larger canvas. I might find it easier on a larger canvas, to be fair. It's about maybe twice the size of this one. But yeah, I enjoyed the process and I love the colours. So yeah, I'll definitely be doing it again though. So if you like what I'm doing, please pop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It's a couple of little clicks, it's free, and it really helps me grow the channel. There'll be links to everything that I've used in this project down in the description, along with the links to my Amazon wish list, to buy me a coffee, and the super thanks button. Thank you to everyone that's already done that. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and every penny that comes in from that goes straight back into the channel. And that's what keeps me doing what I love, and that's making these videos for you guys. So all that's left to say is thank you everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.